Culture shapes how people think, believe, and communicate. Often, misunderstandings happen not because of differences, but because we do not fully understand them. Welcome to our documentary titled A Walk into Hindu Culture. In this video, we explore the beliefs, values, and traditions of the Hindu community through our visit to Sri Maha Mariamman Temple in Kota Kemuning. Through observation, interviews, and reflection, we aim to understand how religious beliefs and traditional attire reflect deeper cultural values and how these practices promote respect, discipline, and harmony in a multicultural society like Malaysia.
We chose Sri Maha Mariamman Temple Kota Kemuning as our cultural site because it represents an important religious space for the Hindu community. This temple is not only a place of worship but also a center for cultural preservation, religious education, and community bonding. Hinduism is one of the world's oldest religions, rich in symbolism, rituals, and traditions. By visiting this temple, we wanted to understand better how Hindu beliefs are practiced in daily life, especially through worship and traditional attire.
During our site visit, we observed many observable cultural elements such as temple architecture, prayer rituals, sacred symbols, and dress codes. The temple architecture is highly symbolic, with detailed carvings of deities that represent divine protection, power, and moral guidance. The calm atmosphere, incense smoke, and rhythmic prayers create a sacred environment that encourages devotion and reflection. These observable practices help us understand how religion shapes daily behavior and communication within the Hindu community.
Nama saya Wijaya Kumar. Saya adalah Chief Priest Ketua Sanghi di tempat sembahyang Sri Maha Mariamman Temple Kota Kemuning.
We interviewed Mr. Wijaya Kumar, the chief priest of the temple, to understand Hindu religious belief. He explained that although Hinduism appears to have many gods, the belief is actually centered around one supreme divine power. Using the analogy of a light bulb, he described God as a single source of power, while different deities are like different colors produced from the same source. According to him, all religions teach goodness, kindness, moral behavior, and no God encourage harm or evil.
Kita ada sami yang berlainan tu, contoh kata macam mentol. Mentol tu berwarna kan, tapi main switch ke kuasa dia datang dari satu tempat kan, on switch satu saja, tapi menyala tu berapa mentol kan, berwarna-warna, tapi Tuhan tu satu aja. Kita yang bezakan dia dan asingkan dia berlain-lain. Kepercayaan tu sama, semua Tuhan beritahu kita buat baik. Tuhan mana yang suruh kita buat jahat? Tak ada. So, semua Tuhan itu sama saja. Itu kepercayaan kita.
Another temple representative explained the symbolism behind traditional clothing and colors worn during worship. White is commonly worn by men, while red is associated with women. These colors symbolize purity, fertility, and the continuation of life. Other vibrant colors such as yellow and green are also used during celebrations, representing joy, prosperity, and harmony.
The men's wear, the color is white. Women's wear, the color is red. This white and red was meaning in fertility. And the white is the men hormone, is the white. Female hormone and female condition is the red. The nature, men and women is new generation. They both child and new generation. Any other colors is the vibrant colors, yellow and green. This is the color is celebration of colors.
We also interviewed Mr. Jiva, a devotee who has been visiting the temple for over 23 years. She shared that wearing traditional and modest clothing is important to maintain focus during prayer. According to her, clothing should not attract unnecessary attention as worship is meant to be a spiritual and respectful experience.
There's another way also of people look at you. So when they should have so nice to see you. So it's not like, oh my god, oh she dressed like that. No, our thoughts shouldn't go like that. So that's why for small girls, we dress them up nicely. We call it pavada. Pavada is somewhere. Okay, that is for smaller kids. And for middle-aged kids, pavada means they wear a long skirt, it's a flash skirt, long skirt, and then they will have we call this dowry. That one will be another piece. They wear over to cover their front part because it shouldn't attract especially men. And then for older ladies, we wear saris. Saris also they have fully covered. But sometimes nowadays you can see that people wear open and all that. That is because of current trend they want to follow, so that they cannot stop. But traditionally, we have to cover our
Beyond what we can see, these practices reflect non-observable cultural values. Firstly, Hindu temple practices reflect collectivism, where the community worships together and shares common beliefs. Secondly, the respect shown to priests and elders demonstrates high power distance, where authority and religious roles are deeply respected. Additionally, communication within the temple is high context, meaning that meanings are conveyed through symbols, rituals, attire, and behavior rather than direct words. These values help maintain harmony, discipline, and spiritual focus within the community.
This visit gave us a deeper appreciation of Hindu culture. We were surprised to learn that Hinduism emphasizes one divine source, which challenges the common misconception of polytheism. We also appreciate how clothing plays a meaningful role in promoting respect, modesty, and spiritual focus. The experience made us realize that cultural practices are not random, but deeply connected to values, belief, and history. Through this visit, our understanding of cross-cultural communication has grown, and we became more open and respectful towards religious differences.
In conclusion, our visit to Sri Maha Mariamman Temple, Kota Kemuning, helped us understand how religious beliefs and traditional attire reflect deeper cultural values. By learning about other cultures, we can reduce misunderstandings and promote tolerance in a multicultural society. Understanding culture is not just about observing differences, but about appreciating shared values such as respect, harmony, and humanity. Thank you for joining us on this cultural journey.
This documentary was produced for EPC510. EPC510 cross-cultural interaction, and special thanks to Sri Maha Mariamman Temple, Kota Kemuning and all interviewees.